And we are back once again for our final piece with Colleen Wilkinson, our very dear friend and our skincare specialist, who is here to answer my questions. So I get asked this a lot, but this is really my personal question for Colleen.
Shoot.
Um, I have found this pandemic to be really stressful on my skin. It's
Yeah.
really lackluster. It doesn't look the way it used to. And it's, mask-me and all of that. But of course, the last 8 weeks we have been locked down, so haven't had
Mhm.
to wear a mask very often. But still, I find that being indoors and inside all the time, my glow that I usually have is gone. So how can I get that back?
Yeah, getting back the glow post-pandemic. I know. Um, there's so much going on right now, for everybody. So, there's a lot of different things that come into play. But if, we're speaking specifically towards what's going on with your skin from a scientific level,
Mhm.
very likely sort of a dullness or like a lackluster is probably because of underexfoliation. So I think I touched on it a little bit last week. Is usually when we're sort of out and about and doing things and inside outside and going different places, our skin cells really have a chance to kind of exfoliate, slough themselves off, and breathe. So just for all of you that don't know, your skin cells turn over about every 28 days in a sort of healthy individual. So as we age, that turnover slows down. So your think of your skin as like a skin cell factory, right? So those new thick, plump, juicy cells are always being made, okay, at the bottom. And then over 28 days, they come up. And as they come up, they sort of thin and flatten and die, essentially. And the top few layers, they do. And the top few layers of our skin are actually dead skin cells. And, you know, when we're not exfoliating properly, we often get like a buildup of those dead skin cells on our skin. And that can make it look pretty like rough, peely, dry, or just dull. Okay, so the first thing that you want to tackle when you're feeling a little dull is like up the exfoliation, right? So, what exfoliation will do is it will take these like thick, plump, beautiful, juicy skin cells and move them up to the top a little bit more quickly. And those are the ones that reflect the light really well and kind of give you that glow. So there's a couple of different ways, as I explained last week. We can add a scrub into our routine. We can add in a product with some fruit acids or something like that to give you more of a chemical exfoliation, sort of like a chemical peel. Or we can add a retinol product to make. So what retinol does is it actually signals those cells to go from the bottom to the top about 6 times more quickly. Who doesn't want that, right? So, aside from the stress and the anxiety and everything, that's very normal right now and can have an effect on how we look and feel about ourselves from a scientific or a skin point of view. I would say maybe amp up the exfoliation. Make sure you're moisturizing enough if you tend to be dry, because we're inside so much, and even outside right now, it's stupid cold out. So the air is is
It
a little
is
bit
stupid cold.
yeah. So the air is a little bit more dry outside. So those would kind of be my two tips. Other tips would be, and we hear about this a lot, like a little bit of self-care, take care of yourself, make sure you're trying to get enough sleep. Do something that brings you joy every day, like little things, all those kind of things to help you feel better and just to kind of bring yourself back as well. Because probably how you're feeling is really affecting how you're looking at yourself as well. So exfoliation and self-care. That's my answer.
That is great news from a skincare specialist and, a possible therapist.
Yeah, right.
Or at least someone else who's living through what we're all living through.
We're all, yeah, it's
So,
everybody.
quick question then, Colleen. If folks have been using certain products that they have been pleased with over the years, but now are, having this lackluster look or want to, find that dewy youthfulness again, what do you tell people who may be afraid to veer out from products that they know have worked for them in the past and try something new?
Yeah, so this is a great point, and something that I've learned, just kind of monitoring my own skin as well. Change is good sometimes, right? So you can take away a product, you can add a new product, you can kind of switch things up a little bit. So if you are using medical grade products, do it under the advice of a practitioner, right? They would probably come in to see you or call you just for a consult to make sure that they're not going to have any reactions or anything. um, but much like anything in life, you can't do the same thing all the time. Like, your skin kind of gets used to it and will start to adapt, right? So sometimes just making a small change will kind of kickstart um, your skin from sort of a cellular level to react and hopefully give you the change that you need.
That's perfect. Thank you so much, Colleen. And thank you for these last 4 weeks. It's been so great speaking with you. And we appreciate all the knowledge that you have to share. And hopefully we can do this again sometime in the future.
Yeah, I'd love to. Thanks so much for having me.